Okay, so my little girl, I'm going to be talking about, her name's Keris. I mean, she is an angel. But when I first had her, she was one of those children that never helped out. They didn't want to know anyone. They just sit in the corner kind of thing. Like, didn't have any interaction with any of the teachers. She just didn't want to be in school. She comes from a really bad background. She's not living with mum anymore. She's with Gran, but she comes from a big family as well, so she doesn't get much attention. So, but I first took her on, and for about the first 2 or 3 weeks, she hated it. She'd kick up a fuss to come out. She did not want to come out. And I used to say to her, just come on, just come and have a go. Just come and see if you like it. But it wasn't about actually coming out. It was about, she didn't want to come out with a group. She just wanted to come out by herself. So I spoke to the Senko and I said, look, she's really not happy. Can I take her, just her? So the Senko said, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So I started taking her, bringing her in, and she wouldn't really read. She'd just kind of mumble, and I'd say, come on, have a go. And then after about another week or two of just doing that with her, she started to come out of her shell. She was getting a bit more engaging. She'd start to read a bit better. She'd actually answer a question. And then one day I went into work, and she just came up to me and she said, Miss Williams, can I go into a group today? And I said, of course you can. So I brought her in the group, and oh my goodness, the change on this little girl. She was actually wanting to read. She was arguing with people to say, no, I want another go. She wanted to read another page. She was putting her hand up. And this was a child that she never brought her reading book back when it was sent home. She never did any homework. And she's only in year 3. But I spoke to teachers in the past and in the foundation phase, and they said even from a young age, she never did anything. And now, she only was on the programme with me for 12 weeks because she made such a good progression that she was 11 months behind in her reading age from her chronological age, but in 12 weeks, well, it wasn't even 12 weeks really, because she didn't even start reading until about week 4, but she'd shot up and she was 2 years above her chronological age in her reading age. And she brings homework now. She begs to come back, and it's lovely because I go into their class in the morning when they do, it's called like me time, and I sometimes sit down and do a bit of reading, and she's always like, Miss, can I read? And she brings a reading book and she brings a reading record, and you see Gran have written it in. Even Gran sat down with me because I did a parent play lesson, so I brought all the parents in. They could come and just interact. They could do the session with us, and even Gran sat there and cried to me. She said, I can't believe how amazing she's come on, and that's why I love doing this. It's amazing.
That is incredible. So that's actually 3 years of progress in.
Yeah. I think she just needed someone to just give her that bit of attention. She was smart, but she just needed attention. And,
the first thing I wrote down from what you said, haphazard home life, because some of these children just have no expectations and no support.
She's like one of 7, and mum's she's just not around. We've had so many sessions with social workers and stuff. And she lives with Gran, and obviously it's hard for Gran, but Gran was just she said, I'm so grateful for you. And, it's amazing that even, that was the first rotation. Even up until I left a few months ago, she was still coming to me every day, can I read with you, miss? And she wasn't even in my group. So, yeah.